the Sun Zero than I do Honkai Star Rail. It's weird how my position on the games has shifted over time. I think now that of the three Hoyo, like main Hoyo titles, Star Rail might just be the weakest of the three. Between it, Genshin, and ZZZ, it might just be the weakest of all of them. Which would have been crazy for me in the past. Because originally I was like, they got better with each one. But now I'm feeling more like it's going just in a completely different order. Because a lot of the general content, like just like the playing the game every day, is just not as appealing. Considering all the battles like right there. Even fighting new stuff, you can still usually press auto battle anyway. And if your character's strong enough, it's just instant death. It has definitely some of my favorite characters. Like some of the character, like the character design is phenomenal. But the character design team for Genshin has been getting like really good, like ridiculously good. Some of the upcoming characters within probably between 5.3 and 5.5 have some of my favorite character designs I've ever seen. Auron we just got, I think his is pretty cool, but mainly I really like Lolly and Yanlan's design. Yanlan's I probably like more than just about any other character in the game. The only character whose design I like overall more is probably Kuching. But weirdly enough, the best Kuching design I've ever seen is actually this one from a person recreating her from memory. And the art style, I love the art style, I can't remember any other person though. But I really liked their Kuching design. It was like a mixture between Opulent Splendor and her main outfit. This game does still have, some of the best character designs. I mean, definitely for sure Firefly, Lingsha. Lingsha's a ridiculously good character design. Like even some like other general characters, like not super important lore-wise, like Jingjue. It's a really good design, in my opinion. Like Bronny's design is just straight up peak. But like Genshin's making really good, and Zenless Zero designs are just fantastic. Because a lot of the time, because the characters like are ingrained in their like group they come from, you can really feel that in their character designs. So a lot of characters will have similar designs, but it makes sense because they're all from the same group. Like every member of Bellabot Construction has the exact same work suit. Although they might be wearing it in different ways, they're all still wearing the same suit. But it's cool. Same with NEPS members, they're all wearing the same NEPS uniform. It still looks fantastic. You can still feel the individuality of the characters, but they feel super ingrained in the story. Even a lot of the just like normal NPCs don't feel as much like NPCs. And the only reason they do is because they look exactly like each other, because there's obviously limited NPC models. But like the NPCs just feel so good, and you can actually, like at first I thought Shingi was not going to be a playable character. I didn't think she would be, because she just looked like another NEPS officer. I knew Ji Yuan was playable because she was playable in the story quest. But I didn't even know who Chingy was until she just showed up in the quest along with Zhuan. Another thing about ZZZ is that the voice acting is just awesome, and you can just like you can take individual lines and they still sound like normal, but they also sound ridiculously funny. There's those videos where it's like really out of context on what's happening, and it's hilarious. But like it's also, I guess it's also because the voice director is Furina's voice actor, and Furina's voice actor is fucking impeccable. Probably one of the best voiced characters in the entirety of Genshin, just period. I think it's also because with each game they make, they're also good at just overall character modeling. I think when it comes to overall individual character expressiveness, Star Rail takes the case. Their models are really expressive. But I think they also had to do that to compensate for the fact that there's another thing. They can't do as much movement storytelling as they can in Genshin or Zenless because there's no overworld animations. Every animation they do is within this specific menu. Really repositions fast. To be fair, he's only just kind of asleep, so he's probably still in light sleep. Or not really asleep at all. Tends to be pretty deaf anyway. But yeah, I think the XF's like extremely good expressiveness of all the characters, like models in the overworld, is just to make up for the fact that they can't do as many overworld animations. There have been some jank times though with overworld animations, but that's to be expected. Like that one animation from the chasm where Jilan jumps off a cliff and does the plunging attack downwards, but it looks so awkward. So it's just kind of eh. To be fair, the bow plunging attack is by far the most awkward looking one of them all anyway, because it's just really weird. You don't expect to be able to do a plunging attack with a bow of all weapons. It'd be cool if they actually made it like melee, but they made it so like you're shooting like a bunch of tiny arrows downwards, and it's just kind of eh. So they're holding the bow like in the center still, and it just looks awkward. Bow characters should still be able to do melee stuff. It would make sense, because right now they can't do any form of stun, which is like the only way to deal with a lot of enemies, especially with DPS characters. But other than that fact, that the character expressiveness is just better, I don't think Star Rail really has a one-up on either of the two other games on any other section. The story is pretty close, but I think I still prefer Genshin and Zenla's story over Star Rail's. Star Rail's is cool, but it feels like the developments in it are slower than the rest. I don't know. It also feels rushed in a lot of places. It either feels like some parts are kind of rushed at you or take forever. Like, I don't remember how much time it was specifically, but like when I came back from the really long break, and then I did Shangelo Fu quest with like Fei Xiao and Hule and all that. That quest took me like it was just 2 acts, but it took like 8 or 9 hours, I think it was. It took a ridiculously long time to actually finish it. So I ended up with just like I believe I started it at like 6 or 7 p.m. and then I finished at like 3 a.m. So I was there for hours and hours doing that quest. But then other times it feels kind of rushed, like the very end of the Pennyconey quest, with the whole reveal of the nothing, none of it was real. That we were actually being tricked into thinking we won when we didn't actually win and we were still stuck in the dream. That felt kind of rushed to me at the very end. Like it's, hey, go get out now. You can go now. These never finished. Oh, so 11 hours. So that happens when you only do stuff until 12 p.m. I have to keep doing the land hours because that just makes sense. Done homes. Both of the Foxians and the Lovebirds. I do feel like one thing that Genshin, this game actually does have, I didn't think about before, was it does have a lot of, it feels like it has more canon relationships, or at least hinted at relationships between characters. Which I feel like games and stories and stuff avoid too often. Because I feel like canon relationships does actually help foster the community, especially when it comes to fan art, because you don't have to think about what character you want to pair another character with, because they'll already have a relationship in canon. Like one of my favorite canon relationships and like series in general, not just games, is Fairy Tail, Gajil and Levi. I don't know why, but I love that ship so much, because it's not just a ship; it's a full-blown relationship in canon, and I really like it. Anyway, that's enough for now. I'll start doing more stuff where it's like I'll only record when I'm playing this game uh, if I'm actually like talking about something with just the gameplay as a background. But I do feel like Star Rail has fallen off in comparison to the other two. But you can voice your own opinions. Either way, I've still got another game to play. And a second account to finish after this Arknight's one finishes, but I have like 600 sanity to go through.